Hello everyone, Ryan here with Product Impressions. Something a little bit different today. I have an extremely loud refrigerator, and so I thought that I would see what I could do to make that a little bit quieter because I live in a small one-bedroom place. If I don't have the bedroom door closed, it can actually wake me up at night. So to that end, we have the WVOVW, meaningless gibberish, what have you, brand name of sound deadening panels off of Amazon. So I have been following the instructions on these. They're a little bit damp right now because they say step one is to basically take them out of the package and soak them, and then have them sitting upright. As you can see, I've got them all lined up behind me here. Let them dry out before you peel off this backing here, which exposes some adhesive, and they're supposed to be self-adhesive, so I'm going to basically plaster these all over the back of the refrigerator. There is an 1.5 inch space there. There's no radiator coil on the back, and these are 1.5 inches thick. So I figured this should be pretty much perfect to deaden the sound as much as possible. Now let's wait for these things to dry out, get them attached on there, and see what kind of a difference it makes.
Here you can see the volume of the refrigerator under normal circumstances. When I'm not talking, it's about 67 to 69 decibels.
All right, here you can see the back of the fridge. I've already cleaned it off, and then I've got a couple of pads on here already. You just peel off the adhesive, or the backing from the adhesive. Position it and press it in. There we go. Seems to be sticking very well thus far, I must say. Yeah, we're just gonna line the whole back of this thing.
This is after the soundproofing paddings have been put in back there, and as you can see, it has dropped the average decibels by 1 or 2 decibels, so virtually no difference. After seeing that it made virtually no difference to have the foam back there, I stuffed all 12 back there, and if anything, you will see it has actually gotten louder. Up to 72 decibels, so overall I've managed to increase the sound of this refrigerator 6 decibels. Yeah, at least 4 to 6 decibels. So yeah, I can affirmatively say that these foam things do absolutely nothing to deaden the noise.
Since it didn't seem to make a difference with deadening sound, let's see if it makes a difference with echo. The best that I can tell here. I've cut it together, so let's hear it with no insulation. And now we have with the insulation in there. To my ear, it actually does seem to make a little bit of a difference as far as getting a very slight reverb off of this. And this is just hard flat panel, but yeah, okay, interesting. Does not deaden the noise, but does deflect away from actually recording any echo. So some final thoughts on these acoustic insulating pads from, was it WVOVW or WVOVW, whatever that ridiculous name was. Are they going to deaden noise? No, and in fact, if you use them for that purpose, it's entirely possible that they will channel the sound into whatever opening you leave, and it just make things louder. So yeah, not so much with the sound deadening, but for stopping reflections of sound, any little echoes off of the walls or things like that, that is where these actually do seem to make a difference. it is worth considering that, these weren't terribly expensive. I mean, like, what was it, like $15 or $25 or something like that? I honestly don't remember. I can double check and I'll put the price in here. But the actual price that you end up paying for this, it's worth considering. I was recently in an actual recording studio, and I thought it was worth noting that they didn't use these. You would think that it's a recording studio. They're going to use really nice audio, whatever, to engineer the space and make it as good as they possibly can. And this actual professional recording studio just had carpet on the walls. So that is one thing that I hadn't really thought of and is worth considering. So if you are planning on doing some inexpensive sound deadening, sound refraction, what have you, and I'm inclined to say that carpet would actually work better if you want to deaden the noise and make things quieter rather than simply deflecting reflections. So worth considering that you might be able to just get some used carpet and clean it and put it on a wall. If what you are really focused on is the sound and not the aesthetics in any way, you could probably go with something else like some carpet that will actually be cheaper than these, though it is nice to have the sticky part on the back to make it go up very easily. So just something worth considering. Would I buy these again? Sound deadening? No. If I actually set up a home studio that is, more formal, yeah, I might consider these. But I'd probably look into some area rugs first and just see, what would it actually take to mount something like that up on the wall? It might be a little more aesthetically pleasing, a little less industrial looking, a little bit more homey. So hopefully this has been of some help to you. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. I'll do my best to answer whatever I can. Otherwise, like, share, subscribe. We'll see you next time.